at First Baptist. Down there, you may know me. I own the I have some really good workers, and I have some really sweet children out here. Now, this is only my 5th time doing it, so I may just be a little not that good, but I tried to. And this is my notebook, so whenever kids are bad, I can write down there. Whenever they're good, I write them down. And if they be good for 5 whole weeks, for a month straight, I let them all get to choose what I get. Let them come up here, and we have like a little talent show, and I give them all candy for being brave, and I teach them about Jesus and how we can learn how to do what's good for us and to be brave. So that's another reason why. And so let's get started. First, I want to talk to everybody about love, and I think it's in Philippians, Isn't in Philippians this verse? Okay, it says, love is patient to everyone. Love is kind to everyone. Love is not rude to anyone. Love shares and takes turns. Love is not selfish. Love doesn't get mad easy. Love doesn't keep telling you what you have done wrong. Love forgives you if you make bad choices. God is love. So, kids, that means if you have a brother, a sister, your friends, your cousins, anybody, even if it's a stranger, don't ever talk to a stranger if you don't know them. But say if it's your mom's friend that you've never met and she's introducing you to their little girl, little boy, or them, or something like that, be sweet to them and say, hey, my name, and what's your name, and play with them. And love is patient to everyone. That means that whenever you're, like, say you're not patient with your other friends, say they're trying to get something for you, but you're not patient, like, come on, hurry up. That's not, love is patient to everyone. That's not right. Love is kind to everyone. So that means, like, you're just sitting there patiently waiting for them, or you're sitting there giving them a hug if they're crying, or helping them go through a bad time, or they're helping you get through a bad time in your life. The opposite of that would be is just push everybody around, bully them and stuff. And then love is not rude to anyone. That means you're not just shoving them out the way, saying that doesn't look good, you're fat, you're too skinny, you look like a squirm, you look like a worm, you look like a squirrel, you're furry murray, stuff like that. That's mean. Does anybody know what a bucket filler and a bucket dipper is? If you're a bucket, I'm going to have some sheets I'll get to draw on and make a little bucket and draw in. And if y'all are, everybody carries around a original bucket. People at school call me a bucket dipper when I was little, so I know how it feels if some of y'all do that. A bucket filler means that you're like, hey, I like that. You look good. Hey, how you doing? Give them a hug. Good morning. That's when you're a bucket filler. And that makes your bucket, you can feel like a drip, drip, drip. And you can feel your bucket kind of getting heavier and heavier. But a bucket dipper is when somebody goes, ugh, I don't like that. You look horrible. Why is your name Murray? Why is your name Godwin? Why is your name Good One? Why is your name Bad One? Or something like that. That's mean. That's a bucket dipper. That means that you just ruin everybody's day. And then if you put I want everybody to have a lid on their bucket. That means when people are mean to you, you stand up for yourself and you say, I know I'm not that, and I know nobody's like that. Or if somebody's mean to your friend, step up for them. Say, this is my friend, back it off. Don't get in a fight with them. If they do something, they go, come on, you want to fight? Then you go get a teacher. You walk away. They keep following you. You go get a teacher, a parent. You need help. That's called cyberbullying. That's not called. That's just called bullying. And then cyberbullying is when you go on the internet and somebody texts you and say, like if you're playing a game and they say, I don't like your character, I don't like the way you play, that's called cyberbullying. And we don't need that. You want to be a bucket filler, not a bucket dipper. But I want everybody to have a lid and for stuff not to hurt your feelings and say, I'm not like that, that's my friend, and stand up for people. Even if it's a bully and he's your enemy and you see somebody else doing it, or if people get in a fight, that is your worst enemies in the world, even if it's the devil. You will stand up for them and they will see that you are the kind person and you're their role model, and they will want to be just like you someday. That's called a bucket. That's when you put a lid on your bucket and you're a bucket filler. Don't be one of those people that are bullying. That's a bucket dipper. Be a bucket filler. Love shares and takes turns. So if your little brother or sister or your friend or your cousin or anybody is playing with a toy and you say, it's my turn, they're like, no, it's not. That's not right. But say if they were playing with a toy and you were playing with yours and y'all both like Jaws and you played for yours 15 minutes, she played with hers 15 minutes, then y'all swapped. That's sharing. That shows y'all's parents that y'all love each other. Now if y'all sitting there fighting all the time, which y'all, I know there's no way that nothing can stop that. That is that's the opposite. Love shares and love shares and takes turns. Love is not selfish. So that means don't be selfish to anybody. Show that you love them. Don't go, ugh, there's that creepy girl again, or there's that nose picker eater nerd girl. There's that mean sucking mud muncher. Don't do anything like that. Go over to a woman and say, hi, what's your name? You want to be my friend? You want to play with me on the playground? You want to eat with me at lunch? You want to go over to my house and talk? That's being good. That is love is not selfish. Love does not get mad easy. So that means if you're playing with a toy and your little sister's over there watching TV and she gets over her chair and snatches it for you, don't go, give that back to me, and pull it back, and so she'll fall back and hit her head and start crying. That means you get mad. Say, can I have that back? How about I'll go get you with that toy? Or you can say, you want to play with me? That is being nice, and y'all can take turns. That goes along with love shares and takes turns. Love does not keep telling you what you have done wrong. So that means if you're loving somebody and you did something wrong to them, that means don't think of what you did wrong. Think of what you did right. Go over there and make it right, not make it wrong again, and forgive them of what you done wrong. That makes them feel like you love them. And I'll tell you a story. Me and my friend were fighting at recess, and then I loved her, and we got in a little pretty girl fight. It was really sad for me. So I went to the counselor, and I told the counselor to tell Katie, and Katie wouldn't listen to me. So the counselor was there, so she would keep Katie in there, try to keep Katie in there with me. And I told her, we good and stuff, we gave hugs, and that's how we made up. That showed her, we both started crying. She started crying happily, made me cry, because that means that I loved her so much. I skipped my classes, between classes, to go get the counselor, waste my time and her time to fix that. That's what you want to do. And love forgives you if you make bad choices. So me and my friend were fighting, and I say, I'm sorry, can we please be friends? Or she said, yeah. That's called forgiving. That means you give them a hug, you say you're sorry, and y'all be friends again, or y'all be brothers and sisters again. Now, I was at my friend's house a couple days ago, and they started fighting, her brothers and her sisters, saying, you're not a good friend. I'm not your sister or your brother anymore. And I told them that y'all, there's nothing that can separate y'all from being friends, sisters, and brothers. Y'all just get mad, and that is fine to get mad, but y'all need to handle that. And her name's Gwyneth, and this is true. She gets angry at them and just starts fighting and punching them. And I try to break it up, and I get her mom. That's what you need to do. And then if they say, you're not a good friend for telling on me and making me get a spanking, you say, that's what, I had no other choice. I tried to break it up myself. Y'all didn't stop. I had no choice but to get your mom so y'all could stop this stuff. And y'all need to start going to church on Wednesdays and stuff. And there's this class at my church that I'm doing now. Me and Trey are doing now. And it's to help brothers and sisters to stop fighting. And that's what you need to do. And God is love. That means God will always love you. You will always try to love God, which I know every single one of y'all will. And that's what that means. And that's it. Okay, that's good. None of y'all got a point. Y'all are all listening real good to that. Now, does anybody, hold on, let me find a little seat I can sit down on. We'll just sit in a circle. Who has a story? And I'm going to write this down. Who has a story under your name? Okay, who has a story about